शांति शांति शांतिः। ओम नारायणः परो व्यक्तात् अण्डमव्यक्तसम्भवम् अण्डस्यान्तस्त्विमे लोकाः सप्तद्वीपा च मेदिनी। Continuing. So, we are in the middle of the Bhashya, I think. For which one? 9th verse. So, Hrin Mitryarudasina. Why am I chanting by myself? So, Hrin Mitryarudasina Madhyasthatveshya Bandhushu Sadhushvapischa papeshu samabuddhirvishishyate. And then we were right here, last one, what was that? Sambandhi, and then sadhu. Sadhu means Shastra Anuvarti, Shastra Anuvartin. The one who follows the Shastra has to be a sadhu. You can't say the person is following Shastra but is what? A Gunda. You can't do that. Gunda means what? A person who is a dacoit, a person who is a robber. Just now attended puja, has more stripes than a zebra, and then what? And then goes to rob a bank. That is not possible. If you are following Shastra, then what you will be? Sadhu. So the quickest way to be a sadhu is to follow what the Shastra says, the do's, do the do's and don't do the don'ts. This is the best way. And then opposite, papeshu. The one papeshu means, papa means wrong karma. But here the person committing the papa itself is called papa because that person is incarnation of papa. And who is this person? This person is described in the Bhashya as what is that? Pratisiddhakarin. That which one has to do, one doesn't. That which one must not do, one does with double enthusiasm, like a Duryodhana. Janami dharmam. I know dharma. Then why are you not following it? Don't feel like it. Nachame pravrittihi. Or maybe you don't know the costs of following adharma. Maybe you don't know what adharma is. Janami adharmam cha. Oh, you know adharma. Yes. Then why don't you stop doing it? Nachame nivrittihi. I don't feel like it. I don't feel like being good. I don't feel like stopping being bad. What are you going to do? And how come you are like this? Kenapi devena hridisthitena yatha prayunktosmi tatha karomi. It's almost like there is a force sitting here or here that is telling me what to do. And I just follow it. That's what. And so like this, the person is pratisiddha karin. Pratisiddha karin means that which is pratisiddha, Shastra pratisiddha, what is that? Karma, the person does. Keeps on doing Shastra pratisiddham karma. That karma which is told by the Shastra, do not do. Suram na pibet. Do not drink alcohol. Kalanjam na bhakshayet. Do not eat meat. All this the Shastra says. Swadhyayan ma pramadaha. So don't stop listening to Vedanta, to your own Veda. Don't stop your studies. What stops is 3-month course. What does not stop is your Shravanam. All these things are there and all these things must be followed, and the one who does not feel like following them is called papaha, papeshu. So, iti sarveshu eteshu samabuddhihi. Samabuddhihi means, it has two meanings, but we'll see what they are. So, samabuddhi eteshu samabuddhihi. So sama buddhihi yasya, very simple. So the one whose buddhi is stable and in equanimity. So it can have a psychological meaning and it can also have a Vedantic meaning. Let's look at the Vedantic meaning first. What is samabuddhi? The one which is sarvatma buddhi. Sarvam atma eva iti buddhi. So the one who says everything is what? Atma. So Sukhrin is what? Atma. And then Mitra is Atma. And all this Dveshya, Bandhu, Sadhu, Papeshu, all these people, everybody is Atma. So it's all one, everybody is one and the same. Iti buddhi, this is the Vedantin's interpretation of the word samabuddhihi. Samabuddhi means the one who sees sameness everywhere in everything. And sarvatra samam pashyati. That is what is called samabuddhihi. And so the sees Atma in everything. Another meaning is like the psychological meaning. And what is the psychological meaning? That confronted with inimical people, intractable people, difficult people, the person doesn't freak out, and confronted with conducive people, that a person doesn't become ecstatic, has cultivated samatvam by not internalizing the feelings of another. This is very, very, very important. This people keep saying, how do we do Gita in day-to-day life? This is Gita in day-to-day life. What else is it other than this? Samabuddhi means you have that sameness. And what is that sameness? That sameness means you don't treat people differently. And why do you not, psychologically, what does that mean? It means that you give them the freedom to be who they are. And the extent to which we can give others the freedom to be who they are is the extent to which we are free from what? Carrying them around. So, we have an expression, such and such a person is living rent-free in my head. They are not paying rent, but they are living there. When? All the time. So, how do we know we don't have samabuddhi? If you close your eyes and the thought of a few people keep coming all the time, that means there is no samabuddhi. So the jnani does not have that preoccupation. This is exactly what is described in the Bhashya. What does it say? Kim karma iti kaha kim karma iti avyaprita buddhihi yasya saha. That is samabuddhi. Samabuddhi is beautifully defined as kaha kim karma. Being preoccupied, vyaprita, occupied, avyaprita, unpreoccupied. Preoccupied by what? What is this one doing? What is that one doing? See, I knew it. They are not Vedantins. Even after studying this text, they are still talking bad about somebody. You see, this is the judgment. And in the time that I have had to have this judgment, what have I lost? I have lost precious moments of dhyana yoga, nididhyasana. Not only that, I have sullied the antahkarana, and all the years of trying to have freedom from raga dvesha has been totally gone. So samabuddhi means kaha kim karma. Kaha means whosoever, who is this, who is there, who goes there, what's happening over there, why did they come, why is there a crowd? This is what is called sheep flock mentality. One sheep jumps, all the rest of them also jumps. Same thing with goats also. You go sometimes this side and you'll see a group of goats. One of them jumps because something scares it. And then there's 20 goats behind this one goat, they all jump like that. This is what is it? Preoccupation with what? Anatma. Preoccupation with Atma is not called preoccupation. What is it called? Dhyanam, Nididhyasanam. Preoccupation with Anatma is called Asama Buddhi. Vyapkim kaha kim karma iti Vyaprita Buddhi. A buddhi that is pervaded completely, most of the time, by thoughts of what is this one doing, what is that one doing, and where is that one? California. Why am I thinking of California? No, somebody lives there and their son and their daughter wonder what they are doing. And if you just think of the time, they are sleeping, okay, because it's the middle of the night there. So this is something that we have to understand. Otherwise, even though one has come to the Himalayas, the mind is still where? Wherever it goes, there the mind is. Mind is in California, mind is in some other place. So the mind is not with me, then there is no Samabuddhi. So Samabuddhi means being totally given to Vedanta. This is the Vedantic meaning, and psychologically also being free of carrying people in the head. Like the story of the two monks. They had to cross a river and they proceeded to tie their whatever precious things on top of their head. And suddenly, as they were getting ready in the water to swim to the other side, one lady came and said, I have to quickly get to the other side. Can you please take me? I don't know how to swim. And one monk happily just carried her, set her on the other side. And the other monk, oh my God, you're a monk. How did you lift her? How did you take her? Oh my goodness, why did you do this? Why? 45 minutes he scolded his friend as they were walking on the other side. And finally the first monk spoke. He said, I left her on the river bank 45 minutes ago. You are still carrying her in your head. You are still carrying her. There is no freedom. That is the idea. Is when we give the other person the freedom to be whoever they are, whatever they are, without asking kaha, kim karma, what are they doing, oh, where are they going, why are they going here, why are they not going there, why is there a crowd, I have become a part of samsara. This is what is samsara. Samsara means being inordinately preoccupied with what everybody is doing. And then when we are preoccupied with what everybody is doing, it shows two things. One is we are avoiding Vedanta. That's what it shows. Vedanta preoccupation possibility is there, but we are avoiding it by getting into everybody's business. Then the second thing it shows is that being preoccupied with everybody and everything shows that whoever I am preoccupied with, I am carrying in my head. They are all in my head. That's why they are living rent free in my head, and I am carrying them wherever I go. Instead of carrying Mahavakyas like Tattvamasi, Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma, Aham Brahmasmi, Prajnanam Brahma, Etad Vaitat. Instead of carrying all this, what am I carrying? I am carrying what is their problem, what is this one's problem, how should I fix it, what should I do, this person is needy, that person is greedy, completely, and the third person is what? Seedy, and so like this, completely preoccupied. The one who is not preoccupied is called yogi. And what is that person? Vishishyate. Vishishyate means stands out. Vishishyate. And then Adi Shankara points out that some books have vimuchyate iti va pathantaram. Pathantaram means there is a patha bheda, there is another reading of it as vimuchyate. Does anybody have vimuchyate? No? Okay. That means you have all purchased from the same place, which is in the paksha of Vishishyate. So some other places, some Bhashya, some Gita texts have Vimuchyate. Yoga Rudhanam Sarvesham Ayam Uttamaha iti arthaha. So yogarudhanam sarvesham yogarudhanam. If there are 10 people who are what? Yogarudhas, who are jnanis, ayam uttamaha. Ayam uttamaha means what? The person stands out. So among all the, here yogarudha means jnani, but because this is a chapter on meditation, it means dhyani. So out of the people who are practicing meditation, this one stands out very much. So now if you remember, when we started the text, when we started the Bhashya, I said the 6th chapter is divided into 5 topics. And what are they? First is antaranga sadhana, second is bahiranga sadhana, third is how to dhyana swarupa, how to do meditation, and then what? How to pratibandha parihara, how to overcome difficulties in meditation, and the dhyana phalam, the fruits of the knowledge. These are the 5 topics. So number 1 to why are we thinking of it now? Why are we revising it now? We should revise it at the end. We are revising it now because we have finished one topic and we are going to the next topic. What topic did we finish? Bahiranga sadhana. Bahiranga sadhana means outward focused sadhanas. Bahi, outwards. So bahiranga sadhana. Angasya bahihi. Outward disciplines, outward sadhanas. This having samatvam is outward sadhana because it's in relation to all the people, it's in relation to all the things. So it is outward sadhana. Antaranga sadhana means inward sadhana. In fact, for meditation, nididhyasana, which one is needed? Both are needed. Both of them are needed. Without either one, you cannot succeed. Both of them are absolutely essential. So, up till now we saw Bahiranga Sadhana. How, where? This one we already saw. The 9th verse we saw Bahiranga Sadhana. And then what else? How to lift yourself up. All that is also part of Bahiranga Sadhana. How to not be sad in the world. And then when can one think of oneself as a yoga rudha? All this has to do with general disciplines. Now, from verse 10 onwards, we have the topic of Antaranga Sadhana is going to start. And then, what is the difference between Bahiranga Sadhana and Antaranga Sadhana? Bahiranga Sadhana usually involves other people and our reactions to their reactions, etc. Antaranga Sadhana involves only oneself. That is the difference. Next verse. Yogi yunjita satatam Atmanam rahasi sthitah Ekaki yata chittatma Nirashira parigraha. Yogi yunjita satatam Atmanam sthitah Ekaki yata chittatma Niraparigraha. Now the disposition of the yogi, and for the internal disposition that has to be cultivated in order to become a yogi. And then, it includes many things like choosing the posture for nididhyasanam. Nididhyasanam, if you say, I'm too tired to do nididhyasana, I'll lie down and do it before bed. What will happen? Nirvikalpa Samadhi will take place instead of nididhyasana. What are you trying to do? Nididhyasana. What comes? Sleep comes. So it won't work. Or you can say, some people say, I will do nididhyasana after I go to this party. I have to go to this party. I can't say no because these are very good friends of mine. I have to go to this party. So after going to the party, I'll just sit quietly. Yeah, and under my dress I can have mala. I can keep doing like this. How far will that go? Not very far. Oh, you're sitting alone? Oh, you poor thing. A group of people will come and sit. No, I want to be alone. I'm meditating. Then they will silently think, why did you then come here? Don't want to meditate. We are not meditating. Why are you here? But they'll be too polite. They will not say it. They will go away. Another group of people come. Again, what do you have to say? I'm doing antaranga sadhana. So therefore, there is the need to understand where this sadhana has to be done, how this sadhana has to be done, how the mind has to be externally prepared and also internally prepared. Because you see, the body is intelligent. There are certain meridians, invisible meridians, 72 crores. 72,000? Okay. I thought it was more. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, 72 something. All right. Invisible meridians called nadis running through the body. They are invisible because if you do post-mortem on a dead body, you are not going to see them. You can't say, this is Ida, this is Pingala, this is Sushumna. You will not find any of that. It is invisible because it is part of what? Sukshma Sharira. Just like you won't find Buddhi. Buddhi is not brain. Okay? Buddhi is the faculty of thinking, intellect, decision-making faculty. So when you do post-mortem, these are the things you can expect not to find. Buddhi, Manaha, Ahankara. Let me see how big this person's Ahankara is. And you cut the dead body open. Yeah, because while he was alive, he had a big ego. Let me cut and see. Nothing will be there. Alright. So why? You won't find it because these are not objectifiable entities. Why? They are part of what Sharira? Sukshma Sharira. Sukshma Sharira. And so Sukshma Sharira means that which cannot be easily objectified. And so therefore these nadis are there, and then for these nadis will control how deep the absorption can be, and these nadis control all the pratibandhas, everything. And so these nadis must be kept happy, they must be kept in ship shape. And then if you do the right thing, the right posture will allow the flow of energy in the body which is conducive to meditation. The wrong posture, sitting like this, what will come? Just a backache will come. Dhyana phalam, jnana phalam will not come. And so like this, how to sit, how to keep the face, how to keep the neck. The neck must not be drooping. If it droops, again the nadis are disturbed. And it is not conducive for meditation. And then so the neck must not droop, because if you droop, again what will happen? Sleep will come. Unbeknownst to you, you will be fast asleep. And when sleep comes, it doesn't tell you, I'm coming. Yeah. When it finally comes. Before you fight it 2-3 times, all right, because before it came. But once it comes, it hasn't given its address. It hasn't come with a calling card, a visiting card. No. It has already arrived. And so therefore what? So therefore the posture is important, and everything is very, very important. So the general disciplines to be observed we have seen as Bahiranga Sadhana, and then from the 10th verse onwards, Lord Krishna is going to talk about Antaranga Sadhanani, the immediate internal disciplines that have to be cultivated in order to qualify for becoming a Vedantic meditator. And this includes all those things, not only posture, but where to sit, when to sit, how to sit, all these things. Like this lady was telling me, I can't meditate in my house. I said, why? She said, because the TV is always on low, but it's on. I said, why don't you shut it off? And she had not even considered that possibility. Because she was so used to the television, she didn't even think it could be turned off. Like that's how people prefer they say it's background noise. It's not background noise. Radio is running, TV is running. Where? 3 rooms away. It is there. It's on. Somebody is talking on the TV. Somebody is singing on the radio. And then that they need in order to get their work done. My question is, why? Why? But that's how it is. These are all various habits, and so you cannot say, I'll have the TV on and one ear is given to the television and the current news. So that is also what? Kahakim karma only. Who did what? That is the news. And the other ear, I will close for antaranga sadhana and I will go inward. It's not possible. Not possible. So this is what is called ardhandanyaya, half egg maxim. So the person went to the market and purchased an egg. And somebody said, oh, what a nice big egg. What are you going to do with it? What are you making? And the person said, half of it I will make a nice omelette and eat, and the other half is for hatching into a little chicken. Cluck, cluck, cluck. Possible? No. Ardhandaha pachanaya for cooking, ardhandaha prasavaya for reproducing. Not possible. So like this, you can't be half-hearted about this. We have to take the antaranga sadhana, starting with this one, seriously. Let us look at the verse. Yogi yunjita satatam. Satatam means, Adi Shankara will explain, all the time. All the time, may the yogi, who is the yogi here? Meditator. May the yogi always engage, yunjita, be engaged, where, with oneself, be engaged with oneself, and in focusing the mind, in ridding the mind of all kinds of kahakim, karma, etc., ityadi, and then what to do, how to sit, where to sit, rahasi sthitaha. Rahasi means secretive place where nobody knows you are. Because if they know you are there, what will happen? Yeah, you cannot meditate. They will come there. Oh, by the way, can you do this for me? Can you do that? What about this? Even if you say, do not disturb me, on that day there will be the most disturbance. That's why the Swamis have taken to having what? A secret place where nobody knows where they go. Sometimes they have kutiyas also in secret towns, in secret places. And so that they are not found out. Otherwise what? The Swami does not have a private life. There is no private life because everybody knows, oh, tomorrow they are going here, day after tomorrow they are going to be there. and with little effort they can also find out which plane or train they are travelling by. And then what will people say? I will also come with you. All right, and then after that what happens? So then that's how the whole thing unfolds. And so for the yogi, for the nididhyasana ichchu, then what is recommended? Go to a secret place, rahasi, where nobody is there, or at least nobody that recognizes you is there. So why would you look for a place where nobody recognizes you? Why would I want such a place? Either I am about to commit a crime, that could be one reason. I want to rob a bank, so will I rob the bank in my own city? Never, because everybody recognizes me. They know how I walk, they know how I talk. Oh, it is this man wearing this kind of a hat. Oh, we know who he is. So therefore, what do the robbers do? They go 3 towns away. They will even buy a plane ticket because it is, what should I say, it goes into the business account, business expense. Why is it business expense? Because it is to help not be recognized. So you go somewhere else and then do your dirty work and then come back and then here be an upstanding member of the society. And with the money you have got, you even stand at the crossroads and just, distribute. You just go like this. Anybody take, please come. Tomorrow is Annadanam, day after tomorrow is something or the other. The poor people are going to be entertained, the poor people are going to be fed. So this robber is very devious. And so whatever, it's all just go somewhere else, do the dirty work, come back here. So that is one reason to need rahasi. Rahas means the secret place. Secret place is for whom? For somebody who is rahasya, secretive. One who is secretive has something to hide, is it not? But then, what does the yogi have to hide? Himself or herself from others. So that is the secret. That is the secret. And because it is a life given to helping others. But at the same time, here the person, Lord Krishna is talking about how important it is to have a secret life, go to a place where nobody knows you, nobody can bother you, and just be there. Be there and do your practice. So here, yogi yunjita satatam. May one always be united with what? A secret place. May the atmanam yunjita. So may one engage oneself with oneself, not anatma. Anatma chintanam hitva. Giving up anatma. Where should one go? Towards oneself. That's why you leave everything else. And also, the yogi himself, herself also must not feel I have responsibilities. Somebody may be needing me. Oh, I should go back like this. So that's another reason. Let me go to the shop, let me do this, let me do that. All these things should not be there. So therefore, yogi has to apply themselves constantly to and focus on Atma. How do you focus on Atma? How big is it? It depends on the size of the person. No. So that is what the focus is. It's neither big nor small. Anoho aniyan mahato mahiyan. Aniyan means smaller than the smallest. Smaller than the smallest. Anoho aniyan. Smaller than the smallest, then bigger than the biggest thing. This is Atma, and no particular size. It is not the size of the body. All this is grist for the mill of contemplation. It is the subject matter for contemplation. And so therefore, rahasis sthitaha, let them remain by themselves somewhere. And then here our favorite word, ekaki. Ekaki means what? Yeah, not solitude. Yeah, single. See, solitude means right now the person is alone, but then after going home, they will be joined by the family members. No. Ekaki means single. Here we have to be very clear, because ekaki does not mean alone. Alone, right? Because I can be alone now, and then later on somebody can come to see me, I am no longer alone. Ekakin means the one who doesn't have a spouse or children. Sannyasi. This is what it means here. Ekaki means the one who is alone now, the one who was alone yesterday, the one who will forever be alone. That is ekaki. Don't say, oh, poor thing. No, that is the life they want. That is the life they have chosen. That is the life they have opted for. So, ekaki means the person is also another meaning we can say is not dependent upon anybody emotionally, not emotionally dependent upon anybody. So, yata chittatma. Yata, the word yata is the past passive participle of the dhatu yam, to discipline. This is where the word yama comes. Yama niyama, that word comes from what? This yam, the root verb yam. So that is how Lord Yama, he disciplines everybody. Doesn't let anybody get too big an ego. As soon as you say, oh, I've fulfilled my wishes, I'm at the top of the world, gone. So restrains, cuts the feathers immediately. So yataha means disciplined. Discipline, what is discipline? Chitta and Atma. Atma here is Antahkarana. Antahkarana, for whom the Antahkarana is discipline. Chitta is Antahkarana, Atma is body, mind, sense complex. So this is Yata Chittatma. And then what does it? Nirashihi. In Hindi, Nirash means depressed. Okay. Nirash mat ho, don't become hopeless, don't become depressed. But in Sanskrit, it is a very good meaning. Nirashi doesn't mean hopeless and depressed. This is a samsaric meaning. So what is samsaric meaning? Everybody is in the same samsara and everybody says the same thing. Samsaric meaning is depressed. But Vedantic meaning is free of asha. Asha pashaihi na baddha. Not tied up by the cords of, what is asha? Kama, desires. Not tied up by the cords of asha. So nirashin, the one who has no asha. Nirgata asha yasmat. Nirashin. So this is the person who has no agenda. No agenda means what? So it could be also somebody who is afraid to make decisions. That's not nirashi. Okay. The indecisive person can also say, I also have no agenda. I'm just going. Wherever the wind takes me, I'm blowing. That's not the yogi here. Nirashi means the person who has willfully, through one's dint of what is that called, discipline, given up the desires to make room for an internal life. The more the outward desires one is preoccupied with, there is no internal life possible. So here the person has given up all the asha. Why? To have a very nice internal life. Yata chittatma. And the body also is nicely disciplined. So then what else? Aparigraha. Aparigraha means the one who is not a hoarder. Not a hoarder. Hoarding means what? Keeping on collecting. And I told you the story of the dabba sannyasi. Yes, yeah. So many dabbas, so little time. And so my room is also becoming like that. I have to get rid of a few dabbas. Yeah, mental note to self. So the dabbas become attractive, especially in India. We are not so enamored by what is inside. Inside swaha, dabba, aha. This is what it is. So the dabba, especially if it's a foreign dabba, it has come from abroad, OMG, the dabba becomes very attractive. And then recently somebody was telling me their great aunt, is there such a person? Yeah, great aunt means the aunt of their parent. Mother or father's aunt is great aunt, correct? Yeah, great aunt passed away at the age of 98. So they thought, okay, let's go and clear up her things and everything, because her children, grandchildren were somewhere else. This distant relative who happened to be there, and they were also going and seeing them once or twice a week. And so they said they will do that. And then they found plastic bags neatly stacked, one after the other, from I think the earliest one was 1936. So 1936 means what? 90 years. Next year it will become 89-year-old plastic dabbas and plastic bags. So that means the great aunt was collecting since she was 9 years old. Think about that. How many bags? And then so all for what? All this collection gone in 1 second. So that is how it is. And the marketers also, marketeers know this very well. Because when we buy, what are we buying? We are not seeing what's inside. We are looking at the box. And then this is how they can get away. They will say Diwali box, and the box will be this big. With great difficulty, the person will come into the room, as though with a cannonball they will enter the room and then keep it like this. This is what happened, not this Diwali, but previous Diwali. The person came into Swamiji's room, he could only come sideways like this. Bada dabba was kept from here to there. And then the person went away, and Swamiji said, oh, let's open, let's see what's inside. Inside, small bags of dry fruit. Chota, 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 chota. So like this, the people who market also know this very well. That what are we buying? That which is unnecessary. For the box we are paying, not for the contents. For the contents also we are paying, but we are paying extra for what? Box. So aparigraha means then the dry fruits are consumed in a few hours or in a few days, depending upon one's appetite. And then after that what? Nobody feels like throwing the box away. That's what. We have to box ourselves to remember. Throw it away. Let it go. Let it totally go. So this is aparigraha, not holding on to things. And also metaphorically, the word aparigraha means not holding on to grudges, not holding on anything inside also. That was already covered by Yatachittatma, but then it is emphasizing this. I have let go overtly, but secretly I am carrying the person. So you see, when you carry the person in the mind, that means there is either raga or dvesha. How can I carry them in the mind when I have dvesha? You carry them in the mind when you have dvesha because there is preoccupation. You carry them in the mind when you have raga, you carry them in your mind even when you have dvesha towards them. What is that idiot doing? Let me see. This is how it becomes a preoccupation. And so people, just like holding resentment, holding anger, holding a grudge. And this is, what is that? Somebody told me, what did they say? They said that my mother is getting very, very bitter. I said, how? Why? Please explain. If you have any grudges, give it to her. She will hold it for you. That is what was said. Meaning, she is not only holding her own grudges, but she is holding grudges for every single person in the universe. This is how she is. Meaning, that this is not aparigraha. You are holding on to this something that happened 25 years ago. You are still keeping it festering, festering, festering. This is good for Bollywood movie plots. That is how Bollywood movie plots start. 100 years, two families have not spoken to one another because of not being invited to somebody's wedding at some whatever. 100 years ago. 1925 there was a wedding, and this person's grandfather and that other person's grandfather, they got into a fight because they were not invited. And then now what? Even today, the two families don't talk. Why is it a Bollywood film? Because the great-grandchildren of these two clans, what happened to them? They fell in love. So this is okay for a Bollywood film, but it is not okay for nididhyasana. It is not okay for oneness. This is good for a plot. You can just find out how will they get together, what will the people say, but not good for one's spiritual growth. So for spiritual growth, there is no parigraha of objects or even thoughts, and of that have that preoccupying tendency. Aparigraha. Okay, so Bhashya. Yogi dhyayi yunjita samadadhyat satatam sarvada atmanam antahkaranam rahasi ekante गिरिगुहादौ स्थितः सन् एकाकी असहायः. So yogi means what? Dhyayi, the meditator, the one who meditates, the one who is ready to go from the worldly activities, withdraw themselves and put themselves in a secluded, quiet place where nobody else not only is there, but nobody should want to come there. This is another thing. Because if you say, I'm going to the Bahamas to meditate, then what? Everybody will come. Yeah. Because Bahamas is a wonderful place. What is there not to like? Sun, sand, sea, everything is there. White beaches, green palm trees, blue ocean, very nice. So they will all say, I will come. But if you say, I'm going somewhere, I'm going to a thick jungle where there is no human beings. Okay, please go. This is what it is. No human beings have been known to come back alive. That is where I am going. Or what else? Where are you going? I'm going to sit in a cave. Okay, please go. Can I do some seva? Can I send some food with you? That they may say that, but they are not going to say what? I will also come along. So rahasi, not only secluded, but we have to take it as unattractive to the teeming masses. What everybody finds attractive, don't go there. Does everybody go sit in a cave? No. Cave is just for visiting. Oh, there is a cave, lava cave, this cave, that cave. And then they will go to visit. There will be a small guided tours with nice flashlight and ropes and handles to hold. They will go and come out. That's all it is. And then when they come out, they'll say, oh, that was good, but that was enough. Kind of depressing. So if you say, I'm going to sit in a cave and then I'll come out when I come out, then nobody will want to do that. So secluded and unattractive to the masses, because no chance of other people coming there. And then, so that is what we read. So yunjita means samadadhyat. Dha is the dhatu. Dha, third conjugation. Samyak asamantat dadhyat. Dadhyat, vidhiling, what is that? Third person, singular. Dadhyat, samadadhyat. So samadadhyat means placing. Samadadhyat, placing. And so placing. Placing means what? This samadadhyat means placing. Placing what? Placing the mind where? Within oneself. Where is the mind? All over. Bringing back the mind and placing it in firmly with oneself. How? Using the boat, using the bridge of the Mahavakya. The Mahavakya bridge. recalls the mind to oneself repeatedly. Therefore, the Mahavakya is practiced to get to this kind of a Vedantic Samadhi. How do you practice the Mahavakya? You keep seeing the meaning. There is nothing to practice. You keep seeing the meaning. Because one's behavior is not in keeping with one's knowledge. We already saw that. Viparita bhavam is there. So then, this is a sannyasi, that's why ekaki. But before that, what is that? Yeah, where I lost the page, one second. I lost the text even, yeah. So, rahasi sthitaha, antahkarana, atmanam. Atmanam means what? Antahkaranam, the mind. Mind, buddhi, everything. Ekante. Ekante means where? Alone. Alone, in solitude. Ekaki, single. Ekante, in solitude. Ekante. Where is Ekante? Giri Guha Adi. Giri Guha Adau. If you just say, I'm going to hike this mountain, they will say, okay, you please go. I will cheer you on from below. Yes, you made it, go, wonderful. I don't want to go. Okay, I'm going to go sit in a cave. Congratulations, please sit. So this is how Giri Guha Adau. So Giri, Guha, etc. Some other places like that. And you don't go to extremes. This man took one challenge, and what he had been doing was that there is a, what is that called? Microdosing. Have you heard the word microdosing? Small doses of snake bites. So he would get one snake, catch one snake and let it kind of little bit bite and then take it away and throw it away or send it back to it where it came from. So after these years of microdosing, he got some immunity to certain kinds of snake bites. He got used to it. Then he said, I'm going to meditate in a snake pit full of snakes, where there is a snake park somewhere in Chennai. Chennai Snake Park and Crocodile Park, they are there. Okay. And then the feeding time is a big draw for people. Bloodthirsty people, I tell you, because live chickens are given and then everybody gawks and looks at these snakes downing the live chickens. Not fun. But anyhow, so here, this he himself became part of the show. This was about 30 years ago. What did he do? He sat somewhere in the snake pit. And then for the first few minutes, they were all biting because obviously you are sitting in their territory. They are not used to sharing. And they don't know how to talk. So they are not going to say, hello, mister, what are you doing here? They just bite. And they don't know how to talk. They bite. And they kept on biting. After a while, he was afraid. He got scared. He got very scared that something is happening. His heart started to palpitate and all these things. And unable to meditate, he came out. They had to admit him and give some antidotes in the hospital, anti-venom injections and all these things. And he became all right. He had still some numbness in the hand where it was bitten, hand or leg. I forgot what. Some body part was numb for a very long time. Because that's what the snakes do. They numb the person and then slowly take the time to escape or whatever it is. And so this is not, you don't have to go to extremes. I will be meditating in a ring of snakes. I will be meditating surrounded by fires. People do that. 5 fires, 1 fire around them, another fire. All this bravado we don't need. If you're not used to all that, no need. Just find a normal, regular place where no one visits you. Oh, but I don't know any cave, I don't know any jungle. You have your room, correct? Yes, lock it. That's all. Go inside, lock it, and then you will be alone. But it's not rahasi, it is not secret place. Then have your friend lock it from outside, and then tell them, release me after so many times. Don't let anybody come. Simple. And they will say, oh, this person is not in. That's what it is. This person is gone out somewhere, and they won't bother. So like this, we have to take it in context. And then, so then what else? Giri guhadau sthitaha san ekaki. Ekaki means unsupported in life. Asahaya, not depending on anyone. Usually there is sahaya. Sahaya means there is the help we can take from others. It's like a give and take society. Here there is no giver, no taker. Sannyasi ityarthaha. Okay. And then rahasi sthitah ekaki cha iti visheshanat sannyasam kritva ityarthaha. Yeah, so Adi Shankara says that please don't bother to do nididhyasana if you have not taken sannyasa first. Why? Because yogi yunjita satatam. Satatam means what? Sarvada, all the time. And if one is a married person, a grihastha, with all the duties and everything, after meditating for 15 minutes, what will happen? What are they doing? How are the children? What is the family? Oh, I have to buy these things for the next week's cooking. I have to get all these things. I have to go here. I have to go there. Oh, I never responded to that text. This is the third time I have not done that. Oh, what will they be thinking? These kinds of thoughts will come. But for sannyasi they won't come? No, because they have trained themselves not to have the thoughts. That's why their guru has let them loose into the world as a sannyasi and then given them the cloth and let them loose, because the teacher is confident that they will not go and bother other people. But I can't be a sannyasi, I'm already married. Have the disposition of a sannyasi. Doesn't matter if you are married, doesn't matter if you have a household to run. Remind yourself that the heart is wearing orange robes. Where are the robes? In the heart. This you can do every morning. Anybody can do this. You wake up and what do? You take bath, everything, and as you put on the outer clothes, you dress the heart in orange every single day. That is what makes a sannyasi. It's the internal disposition that makes the sannyasi. Otherwise, what's the use? One is having orange robes and one is starting a business. What is the use? I'm a partner in the business. But you're a sannyasi. No, I'm a silent partner. Simply sitting sannyasi. No. So this is not the idea. You say, yasya sarve samarambhaha kama varjitaha, sankalpa varjitaha. So the one who doesn't start anything, even if they start, it's for somebody else. Somebody says, oh, please come inaugurate this. Okay. That person is not starting. It is to bless the endeavor, to bless some event. That's all they go. They pray for everybody to do well. And then so that means what? They have no agenda, no kama, no sankalpa. Oh, out of this, they are starting. You are asked to come and bless a college. Oh, wonderful. I will come. Let me see how many people I can get free admissions in this college. That is not the idea. The idea is to be free internally. So any beginnings, even though sometimes, we will say ourselves, Pujya Swamiji started what? Aim for Seva. Pujya Swamiji started this ashram and another ashram and another ashram, Ane Katti, here, there. We say all that. But really, what kind of a starting it is? It is a starting without any sankalpa, agenda, without any kama, without anything like, it will be nice to live in Rishikesh. Let's have an ashram there. That's not how this ashram started, like a holiday home. Oh, Coimbatore is very nice, very peaceful. Let's have an ashram there. That's not how it started. And so therefore, either one is a sannyasi to do this kind of a nididhyasanam, or what? One has a disposition of a sannyasi. More we'll see tomorrow. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari